Docker feels simple until your build fails at layer 12 for a reason nobody can find. Claude Code is the fastest way I have found to write good Docker files and debug bad ones. Here are the 4 workflows I use every week. Docker is not hard because the concepts are hard. It is hard because the failure modes are opaque. A cached layer, a wrong architecture, a network fetch that changed. Claude Code shines at exactly this class of problem, reading opaque output and pointing at what to try next. Give Claude a directory listing and the entry point of your app. Ask for a production-ready Dockerfile. Claude produces a multi-stage build with sensible caching, correct base image, and no obvious mistakes. You review it, often making small tweaks, and you have a working image in 10 minutes instead of an hour. Paste a failed Docker build log into Claude. Ask for the root cause. Claude scans the log, identifies the failing step, and often names the specific fix. This is where Claude beats a web search. The search points you at generic answers, Claude points at your specific error line. Ask Claude to review your Dockerfile for image size. Common findings: base image is too heavy, dev dependencies are in the production layer, cache mounts would speed up rebuilds. A typical review shaves half the image size in one PR. Describe your service topology: a web app, a database, a Redis cache. Claude writes the compose file with networks, volumes, and health checks. Ask for hot reload configuration and Claude adds the right volume mounts. This turns setting up a new dev environment from an hour of yak shaving into a 5-minute task. When a container exits immediately, the first useful command is docker logs. Claude reads the logs and identifies the crash. When a container starts but does not respond, ask Claude for the diagnostic sequence: exec into the container, check the process, check the port, check the network. Claude runs the sequence and reports back. Building for a different architecture, ARM64 on x86 or vice versa, has a whole class of subtle failures. Ask Claude to review your Dockerfile with the target platform in mind. Claude points at binary architecture mismatches, base image choices, and builds usage that would fail otherwise. Docker with Claude Code becomes a conversation about your infrastructure instead of a wrestling match with syntax. Try the debug workflow next time a build fails and you will keep coming back. Subscribe for more Claude Code deep dives, and I will see you in the next one.